If you ever wanted to own your own race car, your chance might be coming up. BMW announcing that the company will build a factory race car that you will be able to purchase. Joining me now is FoxNews.com Automotive Editor Gary Gastelu. What car is this from BMW? This is the part of the M series.
Yeah, this is the M4 GT4. GT4 is a class of racing. There's a lot of companies building cars in this class right now, customer cars. You get one from Porsche, you get one from McLaren, you can get one from Aston Martin. I actually drove an Aston Martin version a couple of years ago.
Look at you!
Up at Monticello Motor Club. Yeah, exactly. No, look, these car companies, they've realized, hey, there's guys that are willing to spend lots of money on these supercars they can't drive on the street. We can sell them race cars, too, so they don't have to go build them themselves. A lot of them will take them racing. A lot of them will just take them to the track to have some fun doing some laps.
So this is a six-figure car, but how does it compare? You told me in the break it's going to run about $135,000, you think?
Probably around $135,000, $150,000, about twice as much as the street-legal version of the M4.
David, and I want you to get in here. Here's the issue, because I've owned a couple of they're not supercars, but they're super fast cars. And I couldn't drive them on streets. They're really made to be driven on a racetrack. Right. And when you're driving them around in traffic, it's frankly dangerous. Like, I don't trust myself, because you want it wide open, and you can't drive it like that.
Well, so here's what car makers have done in the last few years. We see the return of muscle. They've taken handling and control and made a muscle car drivable on a daily basis. Porsche did this with the advancement of Tiptronic. They made it so you could actually get it through traffic. The Ford Mustang, or rather Porsche with the 911, the Ford Mustang, we're talking about a car, 662 horsepower, going through the 2014, 2015, 2016, the new GT350. You look at even Camaro trying to step up into that market. They're coming back with handling and power that you can handle on a daily basis.
But there are restrictions on how fast these cars will go on the streets out there, but they're still incredibly fast compared to other cars.
Yeah, and it's more about power. You know, a car like this actually has restrictions. It's not as powerful as a lot of street cars you can buy for the same amount of money, but when you make a race car, the handling, the suspension, the grip, it's so much different than a street car, and when you take that on the track, it's just such a treat to drive. So a lot of people, again, yeah, they might not actually go racing with it, but they're going to want that experience.
Yeah, if you get popped for speeding, like going over 100 miles an hour, they will throw you in jail. They will throw you in the clink. Just, by the way, it hadn't happened to me.
Yeah.
With automakers, hey, I want to talk about July auto sales. They're going to be coming out today. What are we looking at broadly?
Probably a little bit of an increase, but things seem to be plateauing right now. You know, we had that report from Ford last week that they're looking at a little softer outlook for the rest of the year. Might see a shift. You know, they've been making a lot of money. The transaction prices have been going up now. Everybody's selling a lot of very expensive trucks and crossovers, but maybe they've sort of reached the limit on that. You might see a little bit more on the deal side. You know, if you want a deal right now, you want to buy a car, not an SUV. There's lots of money on the hoods right now. People just don't want sedans anymore. You know, you go into a Cadillac dealership right now, the new XT5 crossover, no money on the hood. The CT5, I'm sorry, the CT5 sedan, $5,000, $4,000 on the hood of that. ATS, I think $3,000. That's really where the deals are right now.
Do you think that they can maintain, all the car companies can, though, maintain at this kind of strong pace of sales? Like, do you expect, like, significant weakness in the next 6 to 12 months?
Probably not significant, but the temptation is, look, do we sell the cars cheaper and sell more of them and move back towards fleets to keep our numbers up, or do we go for the profits instead and not worry about these monthly sales reports?
What are you driving right now?
Right now, I'm driving a Toyota. That's a great car. I like Mercedes. I'm a Mercedes guy. I'm driving an Uber most times in New York. But, you know, there's something to this, because if you look at Ford, for instance, the F-150, the best-selling truck out there.
Since the 70s,
right.
By the way.
They now have the Roush model. They have the Raptor. They're testing the market. And to your point, yes, big SUVs are now being moved more into crossovers. They're looking at the use of the vehicle. They're looking at efficiency. And these models, the EcoBoost, they're getting much more efficient. Chevy doing very similar things with the Tahoe models and newer models.
Final word to you.
Fuel efficiency, not a big deal right now. People want luxury. They want technology. They want
all we're Americans. We like big, powerful,
better,
and fast.
Stuff it full of everything you can get. Put a $60,000 price tag on that pickup and take it off the lot.
Sold.
Yeah.
I have a new car in my family that I didn't even know we were buying when I was at the convention.
just dropping money around.
I got a new car.
There you go.
Sort of. It's new. I mean, it's used, but new to me. Thank you, Gary. Good to see you, Gary Gastelu.